The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to give some time for a few more participants to log on and get started. We'll probably start right about 9:05. So if you just bear with us, and we will get started shortly. Thank you. We'll give it just a couple more minutes. I see that we have several people right in the process of logging in, and then we'll get started. All right, good morning. We have quite a large turnout this morning, so I wanted to thank everybody for joining us this morning as we bring you the next series in our educational webinars that we're sharing with our dealers on different aspects of our dealer program. Today we're going to be talking about how SC is enhancing this dealer program to take steps to protect you, the dealer, online when you're quoting projects with your customers. Joining me today, first, my name is Bill Rogers. I'm the VP of Sales here at SC. I also have online with me Billy Grumbles, who is one of our directors of sales in our dealer division, and also Robbie Thomas, another one of our directors of sales in our dealer division. And today we're going to, a little bit different than a standard training. This is going to be a little bit more like a panel discussion where each of us are going to pipe in and share different aspects of some new enhancements to our dealer program. And then we're going to end with a question-answer period. Those of you who have been a part of SC and our dealer program for some time have come to know that this program started several years ago based off of feedback from our dealers. And as we continue to evolve and enhance this program, it's based off of feedback from you, the dealers. So we do want to save a significant amount of time towards the end to answer any questions that you have, not only about this program itself, but in general questions that you may have about SC and the dealer program. So in your navigation window, you'll see a spot to write down questions. And please, as we're talking through the webinar, you can type in your questions and we'll queue them up. And then at the end, myself, Billy, and Robbie will answer those questions and get as many of those questions answered as possible. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. And I'm going to turn it over to Robbie Thomas to give you an introduction to our dealer program up until this point.
Thanks, Bill, for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. I'm really glad to see this many people turn out to learn about the changes we're making in the SC dealer program. Before we get started on the changes that we're going to be detailing towards the middle to end of this webinar, I kind of wanted to take a step back and, for the people that I don't recognize on the attendee list, give you kind of a 20,000-foot view of our SC dealer program, where it started, and how it has evolved up to today. For most of you that do not know me, I've been with the company for about a decade. About 8 years ago, we started in earnest the SC dealer program, and that was new to us at the time, and we really, jumped in feet first on trying to come up with a commercial-grade product to get out to the dealers so they can quote and land jobs. About 2 years ago, we went into what I call the SC dealer program 2.0, where we took a step back, we looked at our dealer program as a whole, and then we started looking at everybody else's dealer programs from all the other manufacturers and distributors, and we really drilled down and revised the program into what it is today. And things that I would like to talk about from the dealer program as what it is today is kind of the 5 bullet points that it's based upon. For most of you that don't know us, we were originally a direct security seller that then 8 years ago we started the SC dealer program. Can you go to the next slide, Bill? Hello?
There you go.
So the SC dealer program was broken up into 5 bullet points. And it was, hold on one second, guys. Okay, there you go, sorry. The program features and benefits of the SE dealer program as it is today was broken up into about 5 bullet points: differentiated products, protected pricing, dedicated support, lead generation, and the plus dealer advantage. I'm going to kind of go through these real quick and easy, but at the end of this presentation, if you're new to the dealer program, please call me or call one of my members of my team. We'll do an hour to an hour and a half long presentation of the dealer program and every little detail of it. So from a high level, we have, differentiated products. When we started out the SC dealer program, we wanted to come in with highly competitive products that were competitively priced and had a limited distribution. That way, when you go out for a bid, you're able to stand out from the competition. There's nothing worse when you are a dealer and you would walk into a job or a bid and you're quoting what everybody else is quoting. That ends up leaving you to what I call a race to the bottom on your labor cost. So when we started the SC dealer program, we wanted to come up with differentiated products that were comprehensive lines that would really help you stand out, and really go after the job. We then wanted to come into protective pricing. Billy Grumbles is going to go into this in detail, but we have a very strict enforced MAP pricing policy that we go after. After that, we have dedicated support. So when I was on the road traveling with my dealers and we were out quoting jobs, one of the things that I noticed is when they were quoting other people's products, they wouldn't always get the support that they needed from the manufacturer or the distributor. So as we were working on revising our what I call SC Dealer Program 2.0 a couple of years ago, we really looked at dedicated support. So when I think of dedicated support, we're going to talk about, you have your account manager, whether it's Brian Barnhart or Dan Fegan or whomever you have on our team. Well, they're your main point of contact. You'll have their cell phone number and you'll have their direct line. You don't need to call the other 80 employees at my office to get support. You call your account manager and then they will field the call and they will help you get the resolve. Now, whether that's tech support or you have an accounting question, whatever it is, we handle it from start to finish with our account managers, and that's something that's completely different than most distributor manufacturers do in the industry. Next is probably the second most important thing next to differentiated products and pricing is lead generation. So when we revised our SC Dealer program to SC Dealer, what I call 2.0, we wanted to talk about leads. When I would go out and travel with dealers, I'd always ask them if they weren't exclusively buying from me, if they were buying from another distributor or manufacturer. I would say, how many leads do you get from X distributor? And I would always get the same response. They would say something like, oh, we get a few leads a year. And as I was working with marketing and my VP of sales, I kind of started thinking in my mind, like, what does a few leads a year really do for a dealer? How can we take that from a few leads a year and how can we get them 5 and 10 leads a week? And how would that work? And so within the SC Dealer program, some of you that are signed on right now are actually inside the Power Leads program. And that program allows us to generate calls directly to you, 5 and 10 calls a week. I mean, I have some of my dealers that are getting 50 and 60 calls a month that are real leads, customers looking for gear, whether they're corporate, government, or residential, and these calls are going directly to you, and I'm stepping out of the equation. When I show people the SE Dealer program and I cover these 5 points, I would say probably 8 out of 10 dealers, they just kind of flip out when they see how well we do our lead generation program. The last thing that we always hit on is the dealer advantage. Every week, every month, we will come into dealer-only promotions where we are looking to drive extra product to increase your margin opportunity, and we go to our dealers and we say, hey, we've got product X. It's normally 30% off of MSRP or 40 or whatever. It's an extra 10% while quantities last. And, we always really think about it in a whole manner of how can I help my dealer go out and capture business and set him up for margin opportunities. Before we go into the changes of the SC Dealer program, I would like to put a plug in that we have several certification courses that we offer every year. We still have several slots available for August, October, and November of this year. If you're interested in becoming a certified dealer and getting in the Power Leads program and really going above and beyond and having a true partnership with us, I would really strongly urge you to sign up for the continuing education. If you can see here on the link on supercircuits.com under the dealer continuing education link, you can register for all 3 of the trainings. The training certifications are very hands-on. You're going to be immersed with putting up the gear, hooking it up, the do's and don'ts, how to sell the product, how to install the product. We have it set up over a 3-day class to really help you and your techs learn and move through product quickly. Also, every week we run webinars similar to the one we're running today. You should be on the email chain for continuing education that comes out every Monday. If you're not, please call me. My information will be at the end of this presentation. Or you can go to this site right here and you can sign up for all the upcoming webinars. Everything is like, how do we grow your business? How do we educate you on the product? How do I educate you on the dealer program? Problems that we see installers have with, networking, stuff like that. I would strongly urge that you go ahead and sign up for these. It's usually hosted by myself or Billy Grumbles, and it takes around 30 to 45 minutes on the webinars. That's all I had to say about the lead into the SC dealer program with where it is today. I'm going to turn it over to the director, Billy Grumbles, next to cover the changes that we've made, and then Bill Rogers will continue to speak.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for attending. There's a couple things that I want to start with. Protective pricing is one of them. We offer a strict enforced MAT policy, and what that means is we do not allow our dealers to sell above our MSRP. If we see somebody selling above MSRP, we go after them and shut them down. And what we want is we want to encourage you guys to do the same thing. If you see somebody out there selling our product above our MSRP, we want you guys to notify us. That way we can shut them down as well. It's real important to follow our MAT procedures. That way our program works. Another thing I'd like to talk about is our aggressive discount structure. We offer discount levels anywhere from 30, 40 to 50% off of our MSRP pricing through Super Circuits or SCD. Where that's going to come into play is when Bill's going to take over in just a minute and talk about our real-time pricing model that we're launching. That's what this webinar is mostly about, is real-time pricing and pricing protection. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Bill and let him do his part on our real-time pricing.
Thank you, Billy. As Billy and Robbie have both been talking through, as our dealer program has been around for more than 2 years now in some form or fashion, and it continues to evolve. And as I said earlier, it has evolved based off of feedback from you, the dealers, and the customers, and also some of the new evolutions to the dealer program is also based off of just the ever-changing, ever-evolving, ever-competitiveness of the industry that we're all in. And with that is our real-time pricing. I know that several of you have received emails about it, or we've spoken about it on the phone with you from your account manager to online. And what real-time pricing is plain and simple. It's Super Circuits' commitment to you to ensure that the pricing that we're giving to you is always the most competitive pricing that's out there, regardless, against any of our competitors. Our goal behind RTP is to build that level of confidence that you have in us, that the pricing that we're giving you is the best pricing out there in the marketplace, so that you can spend more of your time going out and drumming up new business, quoting projects, driving your business without always having to price shop. So what we've done is we've done the work for you. We've built an engine and a very dynamic engine behind this that we're constantly out there, and the engine that we've built and loaded is constantly out there driving, logging into the competitors' websites, downloading pricing that our competitors have, and ensuring that our price points are always below theirs. So, we shop our competitors on a daily basis, and we do that also based off the feedback from you that we hear from you. If you see a price out there that is competitively disadvantaged to what Super Circuit's pricing is, we highly encourage you to let us know. Call us, and one, we'll match that pricing. Two, we'll load it in our pricing engine to ensure that is also one of the SKUs that we're checking on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily basis, depending upon feedback from you. So we encourage that kind of two-way communication. You'll hear me talk a lot in this presentation about a partnership. And part of that partnership is the two-way communication, because we do want you to have the confidence that to us, it matters not what the price point is, as long as we are the most competitive price out there in the market. And how are we going to communicate that to you and share that information with you? And we always encourage you to log into your dealer portal through the website to view the most updated pricing that's out there. As you can see, you log into your dashboard, you click on My Price List, which will take you to a view of all the price lists that you're eligible for at your tier. When you click on that, that will pull up the latest, greatest price list that's out there. And the goal behind this is that every Friday we upload this information online, so that Monday, before your week starts, go in, download your latest price list for your projects that you're quoting that week. I know that this sort of steers away from where we've traditionally been in sending out price lists on a quarterly basis or on a monthly basis, but this goes along our commitment to you in ensuring that when you go out and you're quoting projects and you're quoting deals, that you're quoting with the most competitive pricing that's out there, and it's arming you with that. So we highly encourage you at the beginning of every week to log in and download your latest price list. Our commitment to you also, as prices fluctuate, because as I said, we're out there driving, looking for the lowest price out there so that we can be advantaged to that pricing. If pricing fluctuates on quotes that we've already given you, our commitment and our assurance to you is any price that we've quoted you within a 60-day period, we're committed to. And so that if you have a pricing that is different from this, and say, which very rarely will ever happen, but say a price goes up on a product based on the industry and pricing in the industry, one commitment that we have to you is that within that 60-day period, we're committing to that pricing that we've quoted you. Now, how do we ensure that, another piece of feedback that we've received from our dealers is how do we keep our end users from going out and Google searching the SKUs that we're quoting you and driving it to your website where you're selling at MSRP, and if I'm pricing it at MSRP, there's no markup for me and no value add for me as a dealer in selling your products. So based off of that feedback that we've heard from our dealers over the past couple months, this month we'll also be rolling out what you'll hear referred to a lot as dealer part numbers. And what these dealer part numbers are meant to do is to shield you from the SC website to what you're quoting to your customers. So, for example, if you look here at a quote that you'll start receiving from us, the goal behind this is to protect you by providing you with these dealer part numbers that will not track back to Super Circuits or security cameras direct online, and it'll enable you to price this product where you feel that you need to be to win the deal and make your profit. So when you get a quote from us, you'll get a quote stating the SKU, which is the SC SKU, the dealer part number, which is only given to you and used by you, and then of course the description, the quantity, the price, all of the other standard information. Now we leave it up to you how you choose to communicate to your end user, whether you want to use the SC part number or whether you want to use the dealer part number. But one guarantee that you have is by using the dealer part number, when a customer goes online and Google searches or Chrome searches or however they're searching online, that part number that you give them, that it's not driving them towards the SC websites. Now, just throwing out a dealer part number without it driving towards somewhere will lead an end user to a level of credibility. So what we want to share with you next is that next level of credibility of when you have that dealer part number, where is it going to take you if it doesn't take your end users to the SC or SCD website. And so we're launching this month SC Technologies. And the goal behind SC Technologies is to bring that level of credibility to you. And as you can see, the SC Technologies logo, we have a shield here, and to me that shield is really meant to be that shield to protect you from your customers driving towards the, just Google searching the Skew and taking it to the SC website. So when you go to the SC Technologies website, it'll provide you with a credible reference to your customers to see all of the products, features, and benefits without the pricing. Basically, this gets you all of the benefits that are already layered into the SC website, such as product clicks, videos, resources, all of that type of information that we already provide, but that's also not providing pricing information. It's more meant to be a manufacturer's website. Now, when you log into the SC Technologies portal as a dealer, you'll be able to see the pricing, you'll be able to see the translation to the SC SKU, you'll be able to download your price list. Soon as this website continues to evolve, this will be your one-stop shop for all of our dealers. And as we continue to evolve this website down the road in the next few months, our goal is to provide an e-commerce portion of this site for our dealers only, that you're able to take the quotes that you received from your salesperson or that you put together yourself and go on here and place your order straight through the back-end portal of the SC Technologies website. So as I said, the goal behind this is to provide that layer of protection between what the other part of our business is, which is the direct piece of our business, and you, our dealer partners, by protecting you and protecting the pricing that you're placing to your end users. And as I said, this website will be launching throughout the month. Look for an announcement email that we send out. We're going to ensure that everybody who's on this webinar are currently getting emails from us as we continue to launch information. Right now, when you go to the website, it's basically a landing page talking about SC Technologies and what's coming. But as this evolves and we roll out dealer part numbers and we roll out SC Technologies, this website will become more dynamic. And we're going to close up with Billy talking a little bit about some of the requirements around our dealer program for those of you who are not currently signed up for our dealer program and signed up as dealer partners of ours.
Thank you, Bill. Getting started, some of the program requirements, it's pretty simple to get started. What we ask for is, we want verification that you're a reseller in good standing, good financial standings. And what we ask is that you send us one of your tax ID forms. That way we can verify that you are a truly reseller in good standings. If you want to increase your discount levels, as you grow with us, your discount level grows. There's two ways to increase your discount, and that's by volume or by becoming one of our certified partners by doing a certification class with us. Again, Robbie touched on that earlier. We do monthly certification classes. You come down to Austin, and we kind of train you on all of our programs and of our product as well. We also do some bidding on large projects. That will allow us to get a little more aggressive in pricing. So, if you have a large project you're working on, call your account manager, have him conference in with him, and he can help you on some of the pricing with the large deals. And last, if you want to participate in our lead generation program, there's two ways, I guess there's three ways to get into that program. One is pure volume. I mean, the more you sell, the higher your volume goes up. The commitment to sales objectives, and that's by territory, so selling more in your territory. And then lastly would be to come down and complete the certification course. And what the lead generation program does, as Robbie talked to a little bit earlier as well, it drives people to you. We have hosted websites that we do for you guys that drives calls, directly to your phone. As Robbie was saying, you get up to 5 to 10 a week, 50 to 60 a month phone calls that are pure sales calls driven to you. That's all I have on the program requirements. What I would like to do is encourage everybody on the 18th to sign up for our dealer webinar. We're doing a dealer webinar program on the 18th. Robbie's going to be hosting it. I'm going to go in depth of what our dealer program is.
Thanks, Billy. With that, we're going to open this up for a question and answers. And as I told you at the beginning, a partnership, it takes both of us. This program and the success we've had behind this program is because we've catered this program directly off of the feedback that we receive from our dealer partners. And one of the great things about our company and the structure of our company is that we can take that feedback and in a relatively short amount of time roll it out into a production type of environment that will give you the benefits as soon as possible. Now, I'm going to read off a couple of the questions we have on here already, and then between myself, Billy, and Robbie, we're going to try to answer as many of these questions as possible. If for some reason we don't get to your question or we don't have an answer, the commitment that I have for all of y'all is we'll be emailing this presentation out to everyone within the next couple days, and then also any of the questions, sort of a summary behind the questions. We're also going to upload this webinar to our SE YouTube channel, and we'll have that information available for you to view on there as well. One of the first questions I have on here from Ryan is, if we aren't allowed to price higher than MSRP and your prices are MSRP on the SE site, how will it affect us? Robbie, you want to take that one?
Yeah, Bill, I sure will. So the question is, we want to get out of the MSRP conversation altogether. So when we create the dealer SKU, when you're using that dealer SKU, we don't care what you price it as. I mean, you can price your quote as high or as low as you think you need to price it to win that job. So the whole goal with creating a dealer SKU and creating the SC Technologies website is to give you an avenue to not have to worry about following a map pricing with SC products with the SC SKU. I think there was that may be a little confusion on that at the very beginning, but I hope that kind of clarifies it. Billy or Bill, do you have anything else to add for Ryan?
And thanks, Robbie. The next question from Patrick, will the product ship have the SC part number or the dealer part number on it? Will the packing materials, et cetera, be relabeled with non-searchable SKUs? We're talking about after the sale when the product is shipped. And Billy's going to take this question.
Thanks for the question, Patrick. Yeah, so when we about a month ago, Robbie and myself and our Vice President of Marketing called out to a bunch of our dealers and talked this exact same thing. And the overwhelming feedback we got is it doesn't matter if the product after the sale has our name on it, comes with logos, has our packing slips or anything like that. It's before the sale when they're trying to compare against us. So to answer your question, Patrick, is yes, it'll still have our logos on it, Alibi on it. But again, we asked that question several times, and it was overwhelming that it didn't matter. We decided not to go with non-branded SKUs for the simple fact that people want credibility behind the product they're selling. They want to be able to say this is an Alibi product. You can go to SC Technologies and look up the Alibi product, and it gives validity to that product.
And more towards what Billy has been talking about, we don't want to make a commitment out of the gate that we're unable to meet to you. As this continues to evolve, as we continue to gain feedback, we'll, just as all aspects of our program, we will continue to tweak it. Our goal is to, out of the gate, protect you on the front end of the sale. And that's when you're quoting the job and you're talking towards the job. The next question we have from Ryan is, will the SC Tech site have MSRP pricing listed with the product? The SC Tech site will have no pricing whatsoever. It will be strictly a manufacturer's type website that you can drive your customers towards to gain information about the products, but not to have MSRP on there. Let's see, the next question, in terms of customers using the actual product name to do the search, i.e. Alibi cameras, where will that take them?
I can field that.
Robbie, you want to take that one?
So if they were to search Alibi by itself, it'll go to our, we have an Alibi website that is just a manufacturer-only website, and there's no pricing. So if they type in your description you're giving them, so we changed the description in the Skew from SC to the SC Technology. So if they search the description on the dealer Skew number and the dealer description, it'll take them to SC Technologies. So our marketing department overly understands how Google works with its search algorithms, and they've kind of covered like every question that I think our dealers asked, because we went out and probed 50 to 75 dealers, and we researched all those answers, and we made sure that we had all our bases covered. So if they were to search for the Alibi name, it would go to the manufacturer's website. If they were to search the dealer Skew or just dealer Skew description, it would go to SC Technologies. I hope that answers your question, Scott.
Roy asking about, will this presentation be archived? As I said, yes. We're going to email out to everybody the presentation that we covered today, and then as well in the next couple of days get a recording of this webinar loaded to our YouTube channel. For Stan, what is the logic banning dealers from selling above MSRP shown on the SC website? Robbie, you want to take that one?
Yes, so when we're talking about a MAP policy with the SE Skew, we really want to make sure that it doesn't go below MSRP, and you could probably market above MSRP, but you're not going to get any consideration doing that. So our whole premise around the evolution of the SE dealer program was to de-emphasize the SC Skew and overly emphasize the new dealer Skew with the relation back to the SC Technologies website. So when we talk about MAP policy, if you want to talk about following the MAP policy for the SC Skew, there are some requirements around that, a minimum, maximum kind of range. But we want to get out of the MSRP conversation altogether. So when you're quoting the dealer Skew, we honestly don't care where you need to price that at. You quote that on your job, and it drives back to the SC Technologies site with no pricing. I hope that answers your question.
The next question from Linus. You have questions regarding the dealer program more in depth and more than what we covered today, and more aspects of the dealer program. At the last tab to this slide, we'll have all of the contact information, which I have up there for Billy Grumbles and for Robbie Thomas. and I encourage any of y'all, if you're looking to have a more in-depth conversation and a full presentation, a one-on-one presentation of our dealer program in depth, please reach out to both of these individuals, and they'll sync you with an account manager that can do a one-on-one presentation to you of our entire dealer webinar. Also, remember on the 18th, we'll be hosting another webinar geared around the dealer program. Bear with me. There was a question of if we're planning on having certification classes in points other than in Austin. That's definitely a conversation point for next year. This will be our second year in hosting the on-site certification classes that we hold. In going into it, we chose Austin because it's sort of a central point, and we're able to bring you in, and there's a lot of advantage to bringing you into our corporate headquarters. You know, it's sort of a time for us to show off and show that we're more than just, you know, a couple of great-looking guys with a good idea and an online presence, but that we are a real brick-and-mortar company that has a large in-house tech support department. Our marketing is all done out of this building. Our product design and development is all done out of this building. Our DVR component builds are done within this building. All of our shipping is done here. So it's an opportunity for you to see who we are and what we do. But going into the next year, definitely there are plans to spread out some more and do an East Coast and a West Coast showing as well, to give some opportunity for those of you that, I know it's hard for you to be away from your business and travel, for it to be more of a local presence to you, and there'll be more information coming about that probably around Q4 of this year, around October, as we put together our plans for next year. Okay, so the next question from Paul is the SC Skew different from different from dealer to dealer? No, the dealer Skew that you'll get in the quotes and what we share with you is a common Skew that will be used in what we communicate to all of your dealers. Now, you could choose any Skew you'd like to quote to a customer. The reason behind the goal behind the dealer Skew is just like I am when someone quotes me something, I go online and I start researching it when I get a quote. So the goal is for you to be able to give a Skew and a part number to your end users that takes them to somewhere where they want to continue to try to self-educate them in this online world that we live in. So, but if you choose to, as I said earlier, the quote that we're going to provide you is going to have the SC Skew on there and the dealer part number Skew. You can choose to use either one of those Skews, or you can use your own Skew. There's nothing, you run your business the way you choose to run your business and drive it, and we'll support it as best possible.
Bill, I'd like to add a little bit extra layer to that for Paul. Paul, and when you join into our Power Leads program, that is where we start sending leads directly to you, and we generate a website for you. We've had discussions around, as we go into, you know, the 2.0 of the Power Leads microsites. We've had discussions about maybe creating independent Skews for that dealer on that site, because then it wouldn't track back to anywhere but the site that we created for them. We always get feedback from dealers, and as we launch things, we're always looking and valuing different points of view. So I hope that kind of gives you a little bit more in-depth look at where we are today and where we could possibly move to in the future for our Power Leads dealers.
Okay, the next question from Scott. Why so much variance in discounts off of your retail? My last quote had anywhere from a 36 to a 9% discount. And I'll pipe in, and I'll let Robbie or Billy pipe in as well. But, you know, as I was talking about during the real-time pricing piece of it, previous to rolling out real-time pricing, where we weren't actively on a daily basis going out and comparing against our competitors' pricing, we had just a standard. Those of you who've been around for a while know that we had a standard, 20, 25, 30% off type of program. Well, 20, 25, and 30% off does you no good when you're at a price point to where your competitors are, and even with that discount, you're still at a price point. And so you're going to see a fluctuation in the discount percentages based off of where our competitive analysis, which we're hitting all of the major competitors that are out there, and where we're comparing to them to ensure that we're price advantaged. There may be some that were greatly price advantaged, and to be 100% honest, there may be some that were 3 or 4 or 5% price advantaged below them, and not that great gap. But when you get into a real-time world and real-time pricing, that's going to fluctuate. Robbie or Billy, did you have anything to add to that?
I can add a little bit. A lot of the times when you see the discount go to 9, 10, 12, 15, that usually means that one of our competitors is running a 2-week promo, and that caused the margins to get a little skinny. What you'll notice is, Scott, and I know you get quotes from us pretty regular, is you could come back in a week, and I know that from last week to this week, some of those margins went way back up because the promos had ended with our competitors. So just so we always try to make sure you're price advantaged, and when you see that, that's generally what's going on. Billy or Bill?
Okay, so to answer Roger's question, as far as existing dealers having to recertify, no, once you go through the recertification, or once you go through the certification class, you are a certified dealer with SC, which opens you up to that level in the dealer program. So once you're certified, your tier is not reset, so to speak. The certification is a part which opens you up to all of the other aspects of the dealer program. Your percentage and your discount percentage tiers are honestly based off of your volume and how much you're driving your business. The next question, Robert, you send out catalogs and such with dealer pricing. Are you going to have, or do you already have catalogs to take on site where there is no dealer pricing or MSRP to show the clients? The answer is yes. As we evolve and we're evolving, everything that we provide to you, our goal is to provide you with non-priced literature that you can take out with you to your clients. Now, keep in mind also, you can download off of the SC Technologies website once we get it launched all of the product slicks and detailed product information that will not have pricing on there as well. And I highly encourage, when you go out to jobs and you're quoting and bidding jobs, that you use slicks versus just a catalog, because the slicks have all of the information about that product instead of just a blurb about that product. Robbie or Billy, did you have anything to add to that?
No, sir.
That's it.
Okay.
Good. Changes these.
Will these changes also be done on the YouTube site? There will actually be a SC Technologies YouTube site. So you'll have the SC YouTube site, and then you'll also have the SC Technologies YouTube site. So the great thing that we've been preparing this for the past, 3-4 months, is all of the videos that we've created, all of the slicks, the literatures, all of that kind of information, we put it into a template type of design, planning for this. One, as you get onto the Power Leads program and you take advantage of that and layering in your logo and your information, same thing goes for SC Technologies, that all of the videos, all of that literature is a template that we take one brand off and one SKU off, and we put another brand and another SKU on. Got several more on here, and I know that we're running out of the time. If we have not replied to your question, please know that we'll reply back to you in an email. And I know that we committed to a certain amount of time, and we want to make sure that we kept everybody for so that they can get out and start running their business. But we do thank everybody for joining us today. And please, you've got all of our contact information on here. We'll follow up with the presentation. We'll follow up with the questions and all of that, and then, if not today, by tomorrow. But if there's anything that you need in the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach out to both Billy Grumbles or Robbie Thomas, as they're the directors over that program. Or, of course, you can also reach out to myself, Bill Rogers. My email address is bill.rogers@scx.com. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me as well. We once again want to thank you for participating. And please go to our website and take a look under the Dealer Resources tab and look at the upcoming webinars that we have. Look at some of the recorded webinars that we already have archived, so that you can start taking advantage of that. Thanks again, and we appreciate it. Have a great day.